Hello and welcome to week 1 of the extension of the coronavirus lockdown. Spending a lot of time on the computer these days and the workshop. It's been a fairly busy week. I did some pen making, did some stabilizing, pen blank casting and some pen turning. So I made a few pens. I've changed this format slightly. Instead of daily stuff, I just changed it to weekly. And something very interesting is the coronavirus updates. So I took the stats from a week ago, compared them to a week later, and that's actually quite shocking. The big jump in all the stats. But in any case, I'll share them with you a bit later on. In any case, I'm going to go continue editing and I'll check up with you guys a bit later. So enjoy the first week's highlights, guys. And by the way, you might be thinking, why am I wearing a bandana? Well, there's lots of purposes for the bandana. It acts as a nice mask as well. But in any case, my hair is so long, feels awkward. I still haven't received my hair trimmer. It's in the post. It's coming from China, guys. I ordered it from the UK, but it's coming from China. Anyway, everything these days comes from China. It's not China here and China there, and how's it my China? In any case, let me continue editing. And now for our weekly weather report. And today it's 16 degrees and cloudy. And for the last week we haven't had any rain. It's been mild, fairly warm in the day, but up to 1 degree Celsius during the evening. And let's check out the weather for the coming week. Tomorrow it's going to be 12. Sunday 17, and it's going to be steady but still under 20 degrees. When in Ireland the temperature hits 20 and above, then you know it's summer. And that is the weekly weather report. Well, the long weekend started off on a Friday, but unfortunately Debbie had to work, as you all saw in day 14. The rest of the weekend, we took it easy. The Saturday, we did like a conference call with some friends on WhatsApp. You can do up to 4 people. So we had a good chat, just caught up with friends. And that was most enjoyable. Debbie read quite a bit, you know. The thesis was finished and she had a lot more time to herself to do what she enjoys, and that is reading, believe me. And she made a bit of jam. She made more tomato jam, and she surprised me with some peach jam, so that was very enjoyable. So I'm enjoying that for breakfast. Excellent. The rest of the weekend we took very easy. I spent quite a bit of time in the workshop doing castings, and I made a few pens. Really enjoyed that. It was easy, like a weekend should be. We had good food, watched a bit of TV, started watching Britain's Got Talent. So all in all, it was a good weekend. And this is the weekly Euro SA Rand exchange rate. At the moment, it's standing at 20.33, and throughout the week it dropped just to over 19, and in the last 2 or 3 days started climbing steadily. So at the moment, €1 will cost you 20 Rand and 33 cents. It was nice for Debbie just to take off and not do anything, you know, and she slept quite a bit. She had a good rest, so that was very positive. And we'll move on to the next few days in the week, or the coming week. I had to cut the lawn, that was due. I do it on a 2-week cycle because of the bins, so I can get rid of all the organic waste from the lawnmower. So I cut the lawn and made more pens. Debbie obviously had to work from home like she has been the last few weeks, and she had meeting upon meeting upon meeting. And that is week 1, guys. I gave it a thought. I had an idea. What about doing a bit of a slideshow after each week with some photos? So I'm considering that, and I might surprise you with a slideshow at the end of the video. I'll see how it goes. I don't want to make the videos too long. Anyway, me sitting here talking is not going to get the editing done. So let me continue editing. And now for the COVID-19 weekly virus and infection update. Let's go global. Infections standing at 2.2 million. And since last week, there was an increase of 562,000 cases. Recovered, today standing at 545,000. There has been an increase, 186,480. Very positive. And deaths now standing at 148. And just in 1 week, an increase of almost 50,000 deaths. Ireland, infected, 13,271. And in a week, an increase of 6,697. Recovered, now standing at 77, an extra 52 recovered. And deaths, now standing at 486, and in 1 week an extra 223 deaths. Let's check out South Africa. Infected, now standing at 2,605, and in the last week only 602 extra infections reported. And the deaths. South Africa, now standing at 48 deaths, and in the last week it exactly doubled, an extra 24 deaths. And that is the coronavirus update for the last week. What are you up to, my catty? What are you doing in the fridge? Come on, close the fridge. Close the fridge. Oh, thank you, my catty. Eet ek nou vir jou lekker hoor. Debbie het gister gegaan en sy het jam gemaak. Sy het alweer tomatie jam gemaak. met 'n twist. Hierso, tomatie jam. Baie lekker. Selfde standaard as die ander. En toe surprise sy my met peach jam, basket jam, my favorite, soos appelkoos jam. Anyway, ek het nou altyd probeer en Ek vra myself, where have you been all your life? Anyway, dis baie lekker. Ek gaan jou nou oorgee aan Debbie en vra ons bietjie wat dink sy van hierdie situasie. Hallo.
Hallo. So die tomatie jam het ons 'n bietjie ander tomatie gebruik, so dit is nogal interessant om te sien. Ek dink hierdie se acidity level is bietjie hoër. Want ek het nie die jam tomatietjies gebruik nie. En die perske konfyt is nie geel perskes nie, dit is nektarine en 'n ander tipe perske, ek kan nie onthou wat nie. Anyway, so ek gaan nogal interessant wees om dit te proe, maar ek het nog nie geproe nie, so ek gaan nou maar eers proe, dan sal ek maar vir julle sê.
She just can't take my word for it. Ek ken jam, man. Groot geword met jam. Ek het meer jam as enigiemand anders. Ek het geleer om jam te eet. Jam en kaas by Jasper. Elke dag na skool was dit appelkoos jam en kaas. Naas. Anyway. Check julle. Easter Monday. Everybody's at home. Catty is sleeping. I've lost my spot, guys. Well, this is week 1 after the official lockdown extension, and I thought I'll give you a bit of an update for what I'm doing with the preparation of the cactus juice and stabilizing and a bit of pen turning. So today I'm just going to carry on, maybe do 1 or 2 more castings and then carry on with the stabilizing, and I would like to turn at least 2 pens. That's the first week update, and I'll catch up with you guys a bit later. I did a casting yesterday, and it was my in-tube casting, and this is the end result. This is enough for 2 pens. That's the coax cord. I hope that's in focus. Okay, so that's the coax cord. Then I took some of this fibers. This was used for decoration during Christmas time. And then I did a casting with that in. Okay, so that's one of the pens I'd like to do today. And then the 2 pink blanks I had. And because it was pink, I chose Marilyn Monroe. So I reckon that might have quite a nice end result. And then I added a bit of writing. The writing says, "I will love you to the moon and back." Anyway, once again, experimental. I reckon this would come out quite nice. And that's a bit of update on the castings I did yesterday. Let me give you an update on the stabilizing I did. Those are the 3 different cones. Now these cones were in the bleach, and it actually took the color quite nicely. Now this is wild prickly pear. Another few more examples. So I'd like to do this casting today. Anyway, can you believe it? This stump of a bush of prickly pear. Now these were bleached, and I used 3 different colors of cactus juice dye in cactus juice, and that is the end result. And that's a bit of an update, guys. I'll check in with you guys later. Bye for now. I've just trimmed them and now they're ready for the lathe. Now the question is, what one should I do first? I think I'm going to do this one first. The pen kit I'm using is a Celtic Twist Pen, and I've actually gone for antique pewter. Anyway, let me get this in the lathe, do the pen, and I'll show you at the end once it's done. Check in with you later. I've decided I'm going to do a quick casting. I'm preheating the molds. That's maple bull that I've colored, and that is prickly pear that I've prepared and colored. So I'm going to preheat the molds. I'm going to start mixing and then do the casting. Got everything ready. I'm ready to pour and mix. I'll check in with you guys later. Casting is in, pressure is perfect, sorted. Now the nice thing about doing a casting is you can't wait to see how it comes out. So I can normally take this out after an hour, 45 minutes actually. Working time is 7 minutes, demold time, so 45 minutes to an hour and a half. I normally do it the next day, then I know it's properly cured. If I really can't wait, and then I'll take it out later on this evening. But in any case, that's done. It's all sorted. Pressure is perfect. Now we wait. I'm keeping this open just for it to cool down. Let me just complete my logbook. I keep a log of every single casting I do, and actually that helps for reference. Brilliant. Log is done. Casting is in. Just going to wait just a few minutes for this to cool down. It's almost cooled down, and then I'm going to start my first pen. Can't wait. I'll check in with you guys a bit later. Bye for now. There we go, first pen done. I'm happy with the end result. Don't know if you can see that. Hope it's in focus. Let's do that. And that is the end result. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 more. Happy with that. Now that is really something different. And that's my third and last pen for today. I'll show you the 3 pens. You've seen this one. Then the next one I did, the favourite of the day, is the Marilyn Monroe Pin. That is driftwood that's coloured in pink, then it's laser cut and then CA glued. Black, pink and gold. And then a streamline pen with the coax cord. I've done it slimline before, but this is the first one with streamline. And there it is. 3 pens for today. I'm extremely happy with the end result. But before I pack up, I'm going to open my pressure chamber and see what happened with the casting and what it looks like. Anyway, let's go straight ahead and do that. Okay, first thing to do is to release the pressure. Excuse the noise. Fasten and loosen it opposites. It's looking good. Put this back. It's looking good. Let's take it to the table. Can't wait to turn a pen from this. Sorted. Those are the 2 castings. I used gold glitter, black dye, and I used gold Pearlex. You can see the Pearlex there. Anyway, the only way you'll really know what it looks like is when it's cut and the pen is turned. Let me pack up. I'm calling it a day. Cheers for now. It's time for our first weekly lockdown extension question of the week. And the question is, with some countries starting to lift the lockdown, is it not too soon? This is a question where only time will tell. These castings are done, so I just want to cut them up into pen blanks, and these were cut on the bandsaw, so I just want to square them on a circular saw. Okay, so what I'm going to do is do the cutting, do a bit of drilling, and then prepare 2 or 3 for pen turning. Okay, the pen blanks are cut. Now it's not just a question of cutting the pen blank. You have to look at your color, your design, and then match the pen with your blank. And once you've done that, if you've made your choice, then you can cut your pen tube according to your pen blank. And you always go a bit longer. You need space for trimming. Now once you've chosen your pen and you've cut your pen blank, now what I do, I have, let's call it job boxes. So in there I'll have the blank, the tube, the bushing and the drill bit, because it's so easy to mix it up. I'm going to drill them according to the brass tube diameter, and then after that I'm going to glue them, then I'm done for today. There's a little cardboard gadget to catch all the sawdust. Works very, very well. Got an offcut of the mat I'm standing on, and it's very spongy but quite firm. Now what I use this for, I plug one side, and that's the side that actually goes into the pen blank, and it prevents the glue from going inside the actual tube. A lot less work, saves me plenty hassle. You just twist it in there. There you go. Sorted. Now I'm ready for the gluing. Believe you me, you cannot do the glue without gloves. Luckily I keep a stock of these. Now with this coronavirus, they're multi-purpose, so I use them when I go shopping as well, and when I unpack and sanitize the shopping. Anyway, scalpel please. Let's get gluing. That's the gluing done. I give it a few minutes and start setting, then I just push out the plug. As easy as that. Here's my little plugs. Should I call it bulk trollikies? All these I'm going to keep, and you will see why later on. Okay, so let me pack away, and then I'm going inside to have a well-earned break. Speak to you guys later. Hallo my kattie. Hallo. Kroem jy lekker my kattie?
Snappy.
Hallo.
Hallo Snappy.